Ni tengah rekod. Bila ada rekod ni mana ni tengah rekod. Bella bila dia merah dia rekod kan? Tekan bila dia simbol rekod tu dia rekod kan? Follow the blue one. She's pretty ready. 7, 6, 5.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. You are now listening to DJ Nabilah and
DJ Khadeeja Abrar.
so welcome to IMM FM, your campus radio. So today we have a special guest. This is Brother
Aqmal.
Aqmal, the president of IMEC. So we'll be having a small talk for an hour about depression as a form of disability.
Yes.
So I'll be explaining about this speaker. So he did his high school in Sijil Palajaran, Malaysia, or SPM in Tan Mamat Tanga. He did his CFS in Foundation in ICT from IIUM Petlinjaya. He's doing his bachelor degree in Bachelor of Computer Science from International Islamic University, Malaysia. So, and he's the president of IMAC club also. So, Brother Aqmal, can you give an explanation about what is your club about?
Okay. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this studio. Okay. IMAC stand for IIUM Ibnu Umi Maktoum Club. It is a club established to take care of the welfare of the disabled student in IIUM.
So, here we start with our questions for the interview.
Okay.
Okay. So our first question is, what is depression as a form of disability in your thought?
Okay. From my opinion, depression as a form of disability is a mental state where it hinders us from doing what we do, making us inaccessible of doing normal things. For example, like physical disability, like for athletes that are disabled, they need the support of wheelchair to perform their daily tasks. Also same like mental disability, where we lack in terms of internal. So our mental cannot perform normally. We basically maybe we cannot think like normal people.
So is there any specific levels from the depression? Maybe what your based on your experience?
Any specific type or label?
Yeah.
Basically, generally depression only categorized into two types. The first one is the regular depression, where all people face it every day. Like we stress because of our study. That is regular. And the another one is the clinical depression. And under the clinical depression, we have 7 category, which is the first is MDD, major depressive disorder, persistent depressive disorder, bipolar depression, postpartum depression, where is usually new mother that give birth will face this postpartum depression, and also premenstrual dysphoric disorder, seasonal affective disorder, and lastly is atypical depression. This is the branch below the clinical depression.
So which one have you ever felt from this level of depression?
Basically we only suffer from regular depression.
So the next question before we're going to take a break, what are the causes that leads you to have a depression?
Basically, if you want to discuss about the factor, there are so many factors that can lead to depression. Usually it is from our working schedule, too very busy, too packed. Sometimes we don't have time for ourselves,
Yeah, true.
and also from the people around us. Also, people will pressure us. But I think we have to bear in mind. Usually, person that suffer from depression, they tend to focus more on the problem instead of to find the solution. Yes, I think this is the most causes for depression lah.
So we are going for a break, right, Nabilah?
Yes.
So catch you soon. It was good, right? It was good. Sorry? It was good, right?
Yeah. Maksudnya our condition is to enter.
Because of depression, which is basically congenital as a disabled students.
What are the symptoms? Members, basically for MX we have two types of membership. First membership is for disabled student, meaning that every disabled student will automatically be the member of MX, and the other membership is volunteer. The normal people that want to help us in organizing program.
So when did this club started?
2012. 2012.
Oh.
So in IUM Gombak 70 plus disabled students.
Because it consists of international students.
Yeah.
But they have to subject whether they like it or not. That's the basic one.
So what's the program you're conducting for this semester?
For this semester, on the early on this semester, the IUM Disability Grade Awareness Campaign, IDSC.
I have seen some posters.
Yes. This is our program.
So it will be conducted from where it is conducted from, like Mainadi or
Oh, it's basically a week. The program
We
is a
we
week.
have several
We
programs.
have every day has a different programs. Because we, for example, like we have a sport and then painting the walk pathways for disabled. Then
we don't know.
You can also then to be volunteer.
or maybe you can volunteer at the same time to promote our programs.
Wow.
Okay, just inform her.
I'm interested to join it.
Okay.
So welcome back. So here are we again. So Nabilah, start with the questions.
Okay, so the next questions is what are the symptoms of depression, Brother Aqmal?
Okay. For the symptom of depression, basically symptom of people suffer from depression, we can see a lot, but I can only say a few. The first is a person is having persistent sadness, where he or she experience a sense of hopelessness, where they want to seek help, but they are thinking no people will help them. And also the self-loathing, they doubt that they can do anything. Basically this is the self-esteem problem lah. And then also the loss of interest in doing all activities, because the lack of focus that can make tasks difficult, and then the performance in doing that task is reduced, so they feel frustrated with the activities that they do. Basically they don't satisfy what their tasks. And also the feel of irritability and isolation. This is the problem with their social skill, where it will make them difficult to be around with other people, and they tend to feel people will easily hurt their feeling, so they want to social with other people. And also what I can say about the symptom is they feel anxiety all over the time. They worry about professional future, what they are going to face. Basically they worry about their future, and also the possibility that can happen to their life. And also maybe the loss of energy, because depression can make you feel difficult to have a deep sleep, and because of lack of deep sleep period, your energy can lose easily. Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think there's some of the symptoms that I can say.
Yeah. So basically, like, I'm having that kind of feeling, that kind of symptoms, like being overthinking of something. But then
I think everyone will be having that.
Yeah,
everyone will be
that.
having like being overthinking and being a thinker is a different thing, right?
Yeah.
So the next questions. How do people from IMAC, like the member we have discussed before, like we have the member, the volunteer member, and the disability members, how do people from IMAC club who having depressions feel when they are depressed?
Again?
Again, how do people with depression,
Yes.
how is their feelings when they are depressed?
Basically, what the most commonly thought feeling is sadness, and the feeling of hopeless. In reality, it is actually just emptiness. You know, you feel nothing. You feel nobody will help you, and also the absence of anything, hopelessness. They feel nothing basically.
So, are there people in the IMAC club will telling how they're feeling to each other, or they just holding it by themselves?
From my experience, there is no student that came to me and tell about their problem so far. Maybe they are, maybe they tell to the staff instead of to their friends.
So after they're telling to someone, they feel relaxed, or
Yes. So far, they will feel relaxed.
okay. So the last questions: is there any specific treatment for depression? I mean, after they telling about how they're feeling empty and they're feeling sad, is there any specific act for them to make their decreasing their depressed?
Basically, for the treatment is we need to go back to basic lah. Like like a person with depression need to eat healthy.
Healthy food, right?
Yes, get enough sleep, and also they need to refer to the counselor, because only counselor that have knowledge about their problem.
Maybe counselors can motivate.
Yes.
So I think it's time for a break, right?
Yeah.
So again, we are going to a break.
Your campus radio.
Okay, so our next question is, can we prevent depression? If yes, how?
Okay. Basically, depression cannot be avoided by anyone, because, like I said, the one of category of the depression is regular depression. Everyone will suffer from that depression. It doesn't care from your work schedule or from the people around you. So, but we can learn how to cope with the depression, how to handle it. We can avoid it.
How to overcome it?
Yeah, how to overcome it.
Okay, so the next question is, how could Islam be used to treat depression? Like, what is the Islamic perspective to overcome the depression?
Yes, from the Islamic perspective, the first thing you have to do is you have to refer to the professional, because it is still aligned with the Islamic teach. You have to seek the treatment from the psychologist, clinical psychologist, and also the counselor. And after that, you have to consume and make the treatment and consume the medicine from the psychologist. And we have to add with the like the amalan from the Islamic, like the salawat and also the wirid.
Okay, so the next question before we go for a break is, why is depression more prevalent in women than in men? Like, depression is mostly seen among women, right? So what do you think about it?
Basically, if you want to say depression is more prevalent to women, I can say it is not true, because we can say men also suffer from depression. Basically, same. Two genders will suffer from the depression. Only that women will basically hurt more, because they tend to share and express their feeling. while the male will keep quiet and uh, and and do not tell others about their problem. Uh, that's only the difference.
So do you think male is more depressed than woman, right?
Like according to the statistical
Yeah.
report or something, we found in the internet or in the Google that
Yeah.
women are suffering from more depression than men. Like they have the proof for statistical
Yes,
report too. So do you think that is the correct? I mean that is correct according to your point of view?
It can be yes, it can be no. Depend on the situation. Because today's women, they are working. They are need to think about their family, and while the men need also to think about their working, and also need to their family. Basically, it is depend to individual.
You know, recently I'm going to share something.
Yeah.
Like yesterday or 2 days ago in Indonesia,
Yeah.
in Surabaya city, there's a man. He is the husband. So basically, he went to a mall with his family, with his wife and his child, but he's behaving abnormal. But then his wife feeling weird with her husband, so she left him. She went back to home with her child. And then what happened is his husband he suicide himself. So he just jumped from the 4th level of that mall. You know, so yeah, I think I'm agree with you that depression is depends
On the situation of
depends on the
Yes.
situation.
Maybe that men have the bad.
Yeah, we don't
bad
know what
experiences.
we don't know what
Yeah.
he's feeling. I mean, and why his wife left him. I mean, in that situation, his wife's supposed to support him. I mean, like not leave him behind and let him suiciding himself. And I think it depends.
Yes, basically, the support from others is very important.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so now we're having a break.
Yes. So here we go for a break.
Your campus radio.
Okay, so Brother Aqmal, we are going to the next question. So, is depression seen among small children?
Basically, we can say impossible children to suffer from depression, but it can be. For example, the children that suffer that having abuse, like sexual abuse, they will feel depressed, because I think this is hurt their psychological.
Okay, I have a doubt actually. Some kids there'll be eldest one in the family which
Yeah.
will be pampered so much,
Yeah.
and suddenly they are having a younger one, so maybe they are feeling like their parents doesn't want them anymore, like not feeling so much love for them anymore. The love is gone to the youngest one. So is that a form of is that a form of depression too?
Yes, it can be. But generally, normally, you can see, because the life of a children is playing. Okay, they only focus on the solution. Okay, for example, a group of children is playing football, and suddenly the ball is break out, boom, and different from the adult, we focus on the problem, but we can see the children still can laughing while the ball have been break out. They focus on the solution. Oh, maybe we can collect our money to buy a new one. Generally, they will not feel depressed, but it can be.
So the last question is, can other people identify whether someone is depressed or not? How could they help?
Yes, we as a friend of others, other people. We can see if we already close to him, we can see why suddenly they miss their class so many. So our initiative is to bring him to seek treatment from the psychologist and to advise him do not to worry much about this problem. Basically, we have to give moral support.
So I think with that we are done with our questions. Nabilah, you have any questions?
Maybe you have any last word for our listeners?
Okay, I just want to clarify for the status of disability. A person that suffer from mental health for 2 years, they can categorize as a disabled person. With you need to certify and validate it with a doctor. And also 2 days ago is the International Day of People with Disability. I just want to inform about the day.
Okay, I think with that we are concluding. So as a conclusion, thank you very much, Brother Aqmal, for coming here and spending your time with us. And we really hope that your thoughts can change the listeners' view about the depression. And I thank again for accepting our invitation to come and join us for the interview.
Yes, thank you for it.
Okay, yes, depression is something that had caused a huge issue and impact on everyone, especially to the students in IIUM. There has been many suicidal thoughts regarding this matter, like when they are suffering from depression, so they are having suicidal thoughts, especially with university students in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So I hope this session was an eye-opener and a solution for this listeners of IIUM FM. Thank you, listeners. So it's me, Khadeeja Abrar,
And Nabilah Amri
signing off this show, and we hope you all had a really pleasant and good day.